Let's get to Tottenham and all the talk surrounding who's in the manager's hot seat. Let's get to Paul Gilmore live. Paul, what can you tell us?
Well, Rob, I can tell you there is some doubt over the future of the acting head coach, Cristian Stellini. Talks have been happening here at Tottenham this morning over whether he will continue in the role ahead of that game against Manchester United on Thursday night. He did oversee that 6-1 defeat against Newcastle yesterday. Tottenham, of course, 5-0 down after 21 minutes, and Cristian Stellini taking responsibility afterwards for shifting to a back four in that game. Of course, I guess the problems go much deeper and beyond the manager in place at this moment in time. There was a lot of worry yesterday, especially listening to Hugo Lloris's post-match interview, talking about that lack of aggression and the lack of pride and the basic lack of fight, the sort of the basic principles of football in a game that mattered so much. Two teams pushing for the Champions League places and qualifying for the Champions League next season. So that will be the real concern for Tottenham, and that's what will be and has been discussed this morning. We saw a number of the club's hierarchy arriving here early this morning after being in Newcastle and getting back into London, and they were here early this morning. The players were also here early this morning to come in for training. Harry Kane and a lot of the senior players all arriving at the training ground to kind of get to work, really, because they do have another game to prepare for, and it is another massive game against Manchester United, because if anything can be salvaged from this season, they know they will have to go out and beat another rival for those top four places. So all of this is playing out amidst the backdrop of Mauricio Pochettino, someone so loved here at Tottenham, impressing Chelsea, and a real possibility that he could become the next Chelsea manager. And so real frustration all round coming from all direction towards Tottenham. There was the Fabio Paratici situation, there was Antonio Conte leaving. Couldn't help but think back to Antonio Conte's comments after his final game against Southampton, when he said about the Tottenham squad, the group of players not enjoying playing under stress or pressure, saying that this is the Tottenham way. So there has been a lot of this talk as the season has gone on. This was supposed to be the season Tottenham really pushed on, having qualified for the Champions League last season. This was supposed to be the season they kicked on and helped the likes of Harry Kane fulfil his ambition, or at least show signs of it. Instead, it's gone the other way. They find themselves 6 points off those places with that huge game against Manchester United to come. But the significant news coming out of Tottenham this morning and this afternoon is that the future of Cristian Stellini as acting head coach very much in doubt this lunchtime.